Welcome to Stars Uncovered TV. Let's dive in.
Imagine becoming one of the most famous people on Earth. Imagine selling millions of records, starring in blockbuster movies, winning prestigious awards, and building a fortune most people can only dream of. Now imagine losing the admiration of millions in a single night. This is not just the story of Will Smith's success. This is the story of his rise, his struggles, his mistakes, his redemption, and the truth behind one of Hollywood's most fascinating lives. Before he became a global superstar, before the red carpets, before the fame and fortune, Will Smith was just a kid growing up in West Philadelphia. Born on September 25, 1968, Willard Carroll Smith Jr. grew up in a middle-class household. To the outside world, everything seemed normal. But behind closed doors, life was more complicated. Years later, Will would reveal that he witnessed violence in his home. Those experiences left emotional scars that stayed with him for decades. The young Will often felt powerless. He couldn't protect the person he loved most. And that feeling would quietly shape many of the decisions he made throughout his life. Yet even during difficult times, Will possessed something special. He had charisma. He had confidence. And he had an incredible ability to make people laugh. Friends and classmates noticed it immediately. Nobody knew it then, but those natural talents would eventually transform him into one of the biggest entertainers in history. As a teenager, Will discovered hip-hop. The music was raw, the culture was exploding, and for the first time, he found something that truly excited him. Everything changed when he met DJ Jazzy Jeff. The two instantly connected. Together, they formed a musical partnership that would change their lives forever. Unlike many rappers of the era, they focused on humor, storytelling, and family-friendly lyrics. Their style stood out. People loved it. Soon they were performing at local events, gaining fans and building momentum. Then came the breakthrough. Songs like Parents Just Don't Understand became massive hits. In 1989, Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff made history by winning the first Grammy Award ever given for rap performance. At just 20 years old, Will had already achieved what many artists spend a lifetime chasing. Success can be deceptive. The money started pouring in. Luxury cars, designer clothes, expensive homes. Will spent freely and lived extravagantly. What he didn't realize was that fame and wealth don't automatically create financial wisdom. Behind the scenes, disaster was quietly approaching. Tax problems began to pile up. The government eventually claimed he owed a massive amount in unpaid taxes. The situation became so serious that much of his property and income were seized. Almost overnight, the young star found himself in financial trouble. Many careers would have ended there. But Will Smith was about to receive the opportunity of a lifetime. One meeting would change his life forever. The idea eventually became the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Nobody could have predicted what would happen next. The series exploded in popularity. Will wasn't just acting. He was playing a version of himself. His humor, energy, and charm felt authentic. Audiences fell in love with him. Week after week, millions tuned in. The show transformed Will Smith from a rapper into a household name. More importantly, it helped him recover financially. While viewers laughed at the jokes and enjoyed the music, Will was rebuilding his entire life. Television was no longer enough. Will wanted Hollywood. And he wanted to become the biggest movie star in the world. Many people thought he was dreaming too big. But Will Smith had never been afraid of impossible goals. Soon, films like Bad Boys, Independence Day and Men in Black turned him into a global phenomenon. One blockbuster followed another. The box office numbers were extraordinary. His name alone could attract millions of viewers. For years, Will Smith seemed unstoppable. He wasn't just a celebrity. He was a global icon. To the public, Will Smith looked like he had everything: fame, money, success, a beautiful family. But beneath the polished image, deeper struggles remained. The childhood trauma he carried, the pressure to be perfect, the need for approval, the fear of failure. All of it remained hidden behind the smile the world knew so well. The higher he climbed, the heavier the burden became. Will's marriage became one of the most talked about relationships in Hollywood. For years, fans admired what appeared to be a perfect union. But as time passed, private struggles became public discussions. Interviews, headlines, and social media turned deeply personal issues into worldwide conversations. The world watched. The opinions poured in, and the pressure intensified. Then came the moment that shocked the world. A moment that instantly became one of the most controversial events in entertainment history. Millions watched in disbelief. Within seconds, years of goodwill and admiration were suddenly questioned. The incident dominated headlines around the world. Some defended him. Others criticized him. But everyone was talking about Will Smith. It became one of the defining moments of his career. After the controversy came reflection, apologies, self-examination, growth. Will Smith faced one of the biggest challenges of his life, not building success, but rebuilding trust. The journey was difficult. The criticism was relentless. Yet he continued moving forward, one step at a time. So who is Will Smith? Is he the rapper who made history? The television star who saved his career? The movie icon who conquered Hollywood? The flawed human being who made mistakes in front of the entire world? The answer is all of them. Will Smith's story isn't simply about fame. It's about resilience. It's about ambition. It's about failure. It's about redemption. And, like every great story, it remains unfinished. The next chapter has yet to be written.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.